Okay, 2 nights ago, I had Jesus come in my room, but all I seen was like this huge, sharp, solid iron object that is not of this world. It was huge and it glowed. Always remember that Jesus' sword always has a rounded edge. Even the dagger that I received from the Father had a rounded edge. So whoever's teaching you that you're going to be raptured out, no, it's a harvest. You need to start reading the book of Revelations. I'm going to read to you stuff. This object glowed. It like came like right at me, like he was showing it, like right in front of me. I was like, oh, I freaked out. I took it and I cast it to Father. I was like, oh, get rid of it. I didn't know that it was from Jesus. It was just like a sharp object in front of me that glowed, and it would like took me by surprise. This thing is huge. Like the end of it, like when he goes and puts that into the earth to harvest, it's going to be huge. Even the pole had all these like sharp angles coming out of the roundness, like if you were looking at a broom and pretend that was a shiny iron object. It had things on there that this is a sickle, like on a new level of harvesting something, a new level of harvesting something to cut it down. And this is not a rapture. This is a harvest. What does a harvest mean? We will die. It's the fact. I will read these facts to you in the book of Revelations. These people teaching you lies. This is what this says about this harvest. Then I saw another angel flying in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach to those who dwell on the earth, to every nation, tribe, tongue, and people, saying with a loud voice, fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment has come, and worship him who made heaven and earth and sea, spring of water. And another angel followed, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she has made all the nations drink of the wine and wrath of her fornication. You know by now, watching me, that Jesus told me Babylon is America, okay? So, you guys, a rapture, I would love to go to sleep and just have God pull me out of my body and not have to deal with this, okay? Then a third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if anyone worships the beast and his image and receives his mark on his forehead or on his hand, he himself shall also drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out full strength into the cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb, and the smoke of their torment ascends forever and ever. And they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast and his image, and whoever receives the mark of his name. I told you who the Antichrist was. Okay? It's the brown man. And the initials are B.O., and I told you who sits on the beast, and I told you that I was shown Satan, and God had to take Satan's soul and put it into the pit, or because Satan is that violent and that evil. So she rides the beast. That would be KH. Okay, so I was told once they come into power, you celebrate her, or the brown man is which I'll call him, or her. You are worshiping the beast. Now the beast will be Satan when he gets on his throne. Now you know by now I was shown Satan getting on his throne. And when he threw his hair back, whew, he is that conceited. When Jesus had me down there in the pit and he said that he was going to kill me, he even tried to do it in a seductive way. Jesus has so much power over demons. They fear him so much. Demons, including Satan, even his evil soul, fears Jesus to the point of where he's paralyzed with fear and will never talk to Jesus and will stand still. But he had a lot to say to me when I seen his true image of what he looked like, and then when I was there with his soul before it connects onto his throne. I'm just saying, they fear Jesus more than what B.O. did when he got his judgment on him. Demons respect Jesus more than a human being. That's why the brown man ended up getting that fate that he did. And I was shown NP's fate too, with a giant red circle with an X in it, and that means snake in Hebrew, and that's imprinted in her face for eternity. That fire will come out of it for her abominations. So now let's get into this right here, okay? Here's the patience of the saints. Here are those who keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. Then I heard a voice from heaven saying to me, "Write, blessed are the dead who die in the Lord from now on. Yes," says the Spirit, "that they may rest from their labors and their works follow them." Then I looked, and behold, a white cloud. Now that's Jesus. And on the cloud sat one like the Son of Man. He is like the Son of Man. His Father. He's just like his Father, so he's like the Son of Man. Okay, having his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle, the one I just tried to explain to you. I will try to show you the object, but there's no object on this earth like that at all. None. Zero objects. This thing glows. I mean, have you ever seen iron shine? Like, it glowed. Scared the living hell out of me. Okay? So then, in his hand a sharp sickle, and another angel came out of the temple crying with a loud voice to him who sat on the cloud, "Thrust in your sickle and reap, for the time has come for you to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe." Who's the harvest? It's us, the people. It's us, the people. We're not going to, "Oh, I'm going to sleep and we're going to be taken up." We're going to be taken out in a way that's going to be so fast because of the judgments, okay? So, should you guys be fearing God right now? Yes, you should. So he who sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. That has not happened yet. It's about to happen. This is why I keep coming on here, telling you, following this pretty pony gospel and all this Amanda Grace bullcrap. They're abomination to God. Whoever says, "Oh, the Lord said there was going to be a rapture." I don't know what Lord they're listening to. My Lord says it right here. It's a harvest. It's a great harvest from his wrath. Then another angel came out of the temple, which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And the other angel came out of the altar, who had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him who had the sharp sickle, saying, "Thrust in your sharp sickle and gather the cluster of the vine," that's us, "of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe." That means we're ready to go. So the angel thrust his sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth and threw it into the great winepress of wrath of God. And the winepress was trampled outside the city. The blood came out of the winepress up to the horse's bridle for 1,600 furlongs. This has to occur. The book of Revelations, if you guys want me to read this whole book to you and try to explain it to you the best I can, I will. Look how thin the book of Revelations is, and you guys can't even read. Look how thin that is. I mean, people read more when they go to the bathroom on the toilet than this. I mean, take this into the bathroom and go to the bathroom when you're reading it. I know all of you read on the toilet. Are you kidding me? This is serious business. You guys, I have people that don't want to believe that this is the end, this is the time. If it wasn't for God showing up with me, okay, I may get caught up in what all these pretty pony people are prophesying and everything. Our government is working as one head with all world leaders are one head now. And once you see B.O. get into office, because first you'll see K.H., which she rides the beast, and he's the Antichrist, and the only thing left to come next is Satan on his throne. This is where we're at. You got to get your families and talk to your families and stop sinning. Stop having sex. Stop even with your own wife if you're up her wrong cavity. Plunging your seed into feces. That's an abomination. You got to ask for forgiveness for that. It's all right here in the book of Revelations. It talks about everything. If you want me to read the book of Revelations to you, I will. But I'm going to, right now, try to show you there's another warning from Raphael the Archangel. They will not let me know from this map what's going to happen. But I'm going to let you know New York is about to be hit with a huge black wall of water. I was shown that. It was just revealed to me now that it is New York. From my past video from Michigan, I talked about it, and Jesus revealed it's New York. When this happens, it's going to catch all of you off by surprise. If you curse God and get angry at God, it's not God doing this. The sin of man did this. This country, when he cast that rock, he said like this to the whole world is the most evilest generation that existed. And then he told me that the world leaders are an abomination to him. Then he told me for all the murder of all the children and what they hold down underground, the government that we don't know about, and everyone's like, oh, what about me? I don't want to die. They're being tortured day and night. Day and night. What more are you over a little child if that little child's going through that? God's not a murderer, but it's time for some of us to go home. But it ain't going to be a rapture. It's a harvest. Harvest means a mass death. A multitude of people are going to die. If you want me to read the book of Revelation to you and try to explain it to you, leave it in the comments. I'll try, but I'm going to show you pictures of what I was shown. And what I'm showing you is just like real small because the pole had sharp sword edges from the top all the way to the bottom with this huge point. I mean, it was huge. And when that goes all the way around it like swords, his sickle is like, it's amazing. I mean, you know, I love weaponry, but I've never seen anything like this in my life. And that's Jesus's. He's ready to take his children home in that mannerism. You know, look at the mannerism he left. Didn't he warn us? Didn't he even warn the disciples? That's how they were going to be taken out. How do we think we're any better than them? But I'm going to get this visuals to you so you can kind of get a clue. If you want me to do the Revelation thing, let me know in the comments. Okay, here is what, like, how huge it is, but you gotta imagine Jesus like humongous. The end of it is huge like that, but the handle is full of like sharp swords like coming out of like the roundness of it all the way around. Like any way you swing it, it's going to mow something down. And I was like, thought to myself, even this, how can God hold that with those sharp edges? He's God, he can. It's his weapon. It is enormous, shiny, and I know that to be Jesus's color, that silver color, because that's his color from when I spoke in heaven language. When you say his name in heaven language, you know all his colors, all his even his medals, that's his medal. And the next two that are being shown, I mean, it's like shaped into like 4 sides, and all around it's like 4 edges, like around even the point of it. When he swings that, no matter where he swings it, it's going down. I don't mess with God. Nope, nope. Okay, now that's his sickle. So now we have NP's face. Jesus put that judgment on her face, and that is the Hebrew letter for snake. He told me specifically that one means snake. And then I was shown the black wave, larger than this, that will hit New York real soon. And then this is the map that Raphael showed me and had me circle all that, including Canada. But I'm not allowed to know what occurs with this. Not yet that I'm aware of. So you guys, the book of Revelations is so thin. Please read it. So I'm just getting it out to you. And Jesus' sickle, I'm going to tell you what, it is an awesome weapon. You know it's from heaven. I mean, they can't even invent anything down here like that. That thing, if anyone came at you and you were holding that and swung it, they would be shredded. It's amazing.